Welcome back to my channel. This is Rosanna with Nested Petals, and I'm not sure what floss tube this is, but I will make sure I put it within the caption. Today is Tuesday, October 14th, I'm pretty sure, 2025, and thank you so much for being here. So Fresco, my rag doll, is joining us probably just for a few minutes. He'll probably run off. Baby. Yeah, he just got a haircut and he is nice and fresh and clean. So this is much overdue. I think this is probably my second video that I've shared this year on my YouTube channel. So if you are returning, if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for sticking around, for all your love, your support, your kindness. Truly, truly appreciate you guys. So a lot of different things been taking place, and I'll get to that in just a second, but let me go ahead and share some finishes that I have and also a new design that I just released 2 days ago. So this is Stacy Nash, and I think Fresco might be in the way, so let me grab him 1 second. Fresco. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, guys, I am back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share some finishes that I have. And well, they're not fully finished, but I have several finishes. I have a new bird design that I just released Sunday that is now on my Etsy shop, and everything that I'll be sharing with you today. I do link it in my description. So if you want to click on the link, you're able to do that to purchase something if it's catching your eye. So I do have a couple of finishes. I do have my new bird design. I have a new fall design that I'll be sharing. It's like a little mini pillow. And I also have a design that I shared, I think sometime maybe last year, maybe the year before, that I'm going to reshare because I don't know if I've ever shared it on my YouTube channel. So I'll be doing that. I will talk to you guys about what I've been working on, what my game plan is, and really trying hard to stick with that game plan. So I will be sharing that with you guys. And yeah, so life, what has that looked like for me lately? Me and my husband, we are empty nesters officially as of the middle of August. We dropped our daughter off, our youngest, off to college. So she is a little over an hour and a half from us. So not too far, but far enough where she feels like, you know, she can be independent and really bloom into herself. So like August 16th, I think, is when we dropped her off. And that day was really, really hard. But I'm very thankful for technology and being able to FaceTime her. So we talk every day, you know, texting, again, FaceTime, you know, just, it's nice to be able to connect with her, even though we're not next to each other. So, and she's doing amazing. I'm really, really happy, and I'm super proud of her. So yeah, so that's been, the biggest change this year. And I know I've spoken to you guys about it before. You know, she graduated. I think that might have been the last time I did a YouTube channel, was before she graduated in May. But allergies are making me all scratchy. So if I do cough or anything like that, I apologize in advance. But we're going to go ahead and kick off what I've been up to. So my newest design is this bird design. So this is, the bird is actually a reproduction, and I'll share the actual antique with you guys further down the road, because there's pieces within the antique that I'm taking out and I'm recreating, reimaging them into their own individual pattern. I'm not sure if I will actually do a reproduction of the entire sampler. It's really, really big. That's still on my back burner. Again, I'll keep you guys posted, but as of right now, I'm going to be taking pieces from it, reproducing those specific designs, and then I'm going to reimagine it depending on the actual image. I hope that makes sense. So again, the bird and the flowers, this part is a reproduction. The border, I actually created this myself, and that's, I guess, the reimagined part. So this is on, and I have notes. I couldn't find, I have a notebook, and I had a different one. Where I put it, where I placed it, I'm not sure. It had everything that I've ever stitched on, what it was stitched on, like the linen, all the things. Where it went to, I have no idea. I was talking to my youngest, who's in college, this morning. She FaceTimed me before she went to class, and I was looking for this notebook and probably for 20 minutes, and I could not find it. So I gave up, got this notebook, and I just wrote down the items that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. And then as I pull out other items, because I have tons of items, tons of whips in progress, as I start pulling those out, I'll just add them to this notebook and say la vie. That's it. So sorry, I'm kind of going like back and forth, back and forth. So this one right here, I just want to make sure I'm giving you, yes, okay. The colors are all DMC. You guys can change them as needed. I did it on a 40 count willow from Bee Stitch Me, and no, it's not. Yeah, it is 36 count willow, Bee Stitch Me, DMC, no specialty stitches. I do majority of everything 1/2. And I did lace it. I will be sharing a video. I might even upload it on my YouTube channel, but I'll share it on my Instagram. If you guys aren't following me there, please head on over. It's Nest of Petals on Instagram. I did lace it. I know it's not 100% perfect, but you know what? I am okay with that. This frame, I found it at the antique mall. I went frame hunting. I typically, if you see my items that I either create myself or a pattern that I stitch from another creator, I typically do antique frames because they're one of a kind. You're not going to really find them anywhere else. And it's just something that it gives your design, I feel like, an extra oomph, if that makes sense. So I found this at the antique mall. It had a picture in here that I took out. I could actually just use that picture that was in here solo because it was really beautiful. It was like a winter scenery design. But I loved the velvet on the frame, and I felt like it really spoke to the birds and the colors. So here's a close-up, and I hope you guys are seeing all of the beautiful colors. I mean, it's truly, truly, truly beautiful. And I remember while I was working on this, I was referring back to the original bird because there was a lot of color changing, and I wanted to make sure I got the colors perfect to the best of my capabilities. So, and this one is called Bird and Flowers 2 because there is another bird that I will be sharing with you guys. That pattern will be released hopefully within the next month or two. And that one is Bird and Flowers, just one. So this is part 2. The other one, again, should have been reversed. That one should have been done first, but it is what it is. So this is my newest release, Bird and Flowers 2. Hope you guys love it. Again, link is in the description. All right, 2 other designs that I want to share with you guys, and then I'll jump into, again, what I've been working on. All right. So Halloween is a couple of weeks away. This is a really quick mini pillow that you guys could stitch up if you wanted to. It is Scary Boo. And this one does have some specialty stitches. You can see the back stitch right there. I didn't do French knots for the eyes. I just did some X's, but the spider does have French knots for the eyeballs. And this one's done on a 40 count Confederate Gray by Weeks Dye Work. And I did use DMC floss. And this one is 1/2. And then you can see the cording is complete, and then the fall fabric for the backing. So this one is also in my Etsy shop. And then the last one that I want to share with you guys that's in my Etsy shop is a new release as well. Oh, goodness. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. She heard, I think it was branches or something on the window. It's very, very windy. I think it's like 20+ winds here in Virginia. Temperatures have really been feeling like fall, probably for like the last month or so. It has the weather this year has been insane. So it makes me feel like we're gonna have a bad winter. But anyways, all right, this one is another newly released. I also released this one on Sunday, and it's called Hello Pumpkin. This one has no specialty stitches. Excuse my doggy. Yeah, it's 1/2 DMC colors. I love the little pumpkin border that I created. And then you have the trim, the backing. And I don't know if I said it's 40 count Confederate Gray from Weeks Dye Works is the fabric. That's one of my favorite linens that I use. That one and probably parchment from Weeks Dye Works. So this is another new release, and again, this will be in the description box. And I hope you guys really are loving what I've been creating when I'm releasing new designs. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share, I have one, I think I have like 3 finishes. 1, 2, I have 2 finishes. And I will share this one with you first. All right. So this one is on 36 count Willow from Bee Stitch Me. Same fabric that I did my reproduction Bird and Flowers. And it's Clovis from Stacy Nash. And her animal crackers are so stinking cute. I really, really love them. So I converted this over to a DMC conversion. Everything is 1/2. And I think she's adorable. Again, she's not fully finished, but she has her little teapot and her little tea cup. So my goal is to have these hopefully done by end of year, but if not, it's okay. But my goal is to use this entire fabric that I have for as many animal crackers. So they're all within like the same color family. Obviously the pattern and coloring of that is different, but I'm gonna get, if I can find one in like an old dough bowl, and I want to display them within that. I think would be super cute. So that's one finish that I have. And then another one is the Be Kind Sampler, another Stacy Nash finish. This one I finished on August 1st, and I did do a conversion to DMC. And this one's on 36 count R&R. Nope, hold on. Scratch that out. I'm giving you guys the wrong one that I finished. This one is the Rose Hill Farm by Stacy Nash, and this one's on a 32 count Belfast linen, DMC conversion 1/2. And I'll insert the pattern because I don't have it, something else that I've lost. So I'll insert the pattern here so you guys can see which one I'm actually speaking of. There's been a lot of other floss tubers that have finished this design, and it's stunning, it's beautiful. And this one I started this year, and I just went to town and finished. So the Rose Hill Farm, again from Stacy Nash Design, and I just think it's so, so pretty. Beautiful, beautiful. And in the house, she doesn't have like the door where the flower is, that's not stitched, but I decided to stitch it in so it didn't have any emptiness. I loved the colors. I really loved it. So I haven't been able to find a frame for this one yet, but I'm on the hunt. And once I do that, I'll lace it up and I'll put her in her home. So there's another, again, not fully finished, but finish. And another finish that I have is just not framed. Again, is another Stacy Nash. I've been on a Stacy Nash, like working on all of her things this year. So this one is the Be Kind sampler. And I converted this over to DMC. I did 1/2 on a 36 count linen R&R reproduction. And it's the 18th century rook. And this one, I decided to do the house pink. So would love to hear your guys' thoughts on the look of it. And I know for her, I think it was a needle book she converted it into, if I remember. I'm trying to decide, do I want to do that or do I want to frame it? So that's to be determined. This one does have specialty stitches. All of the wording here is 1/1. And I just really, really love this. And you can see, hopefully, the grass below the house. I did it in a variegated format. So I used 2 different greens to make it variegated. I've done this before. So yeah, Be Kind sampler by Stacy Nash. Another finish for me. All right. So I think that's all of my finishes. So the next thing I'm going to do is kind of talk to you guys about what I've been trying to focus on. So my goal for the last couple of months is really trying to finish anything that I've been working on that's really close to a finish. And once I do finish something, I do start something new, or I've been pulling out something old that is like maybe halfway to being finished. I really want to just work on things that I'm happy, that make me happy, that give me joy when I'm stitching them. So I think with me doing the Stacy Nash this year, like those have just really brought me joy, because again, I started both of those, the Be Kind and the Rose Hill. I started those this year and I was finished a month and a half for each of them. Even the Clovis, like I think I did that in like 2 days. It was like a weekend thing. I think I finished that one. I'm also working on Clementine, which she's so stinking cute. I could have had that one finished by now too, but I've like shifted kind of my focus. So the month of October, this is kind of like what my focus has been, is I've been working on Dutch Beauty, which I'm going to share with you guys in a minute. My mom and I just started that last month, and right now we're doing 1 page a month. That's our goal. So we started last month, so we're on this month, page 2. I am halfway to the finish line. My mom's done both of them, page 1 and 2, and it's just stunning. So I'm going to share that with you guys. Another thing is we're going to be starting this embroidery quilt. That's to be determined. We might start that in January. And then I'm trying to incorporate my Wednesdays back to Red Sampler Day. So I'll be working back on my donkey starting this week. And then I'm trying to incorporate like something Christmas and the animal crackers, and then finishing 2 other designs that I'm pretty close in finishing. So that's been like the big focus probably since last month, so since September. So I'm going to share with you guys one that I'm so close, and honestly I could have finished this last night, but so I met my mom halfway yesterday. We met up at Starbucks and we hung out for a couple of hours. I'll share a photo of her and I and what we were stitching while we were sipping coffee, laughing, and just enjoying company. We were there probably for almost 3 hours. In the Mary Hill 1854 from Needlework Press, there are some specialty stitches, and one of the specialty stitches that I've never done before is the queen stitch. And the queen stitch is right here. It's the border underneath the deer and the horse. So I had tried it probably several weeks ago myself. I watched, and I'll be honest, there's not a lot of videos on it, so maybe I should do a video on that, like a how-to. So trying to figure that out, I did it multiple times, and honestly, I might have done it properly, but maybe I just needed that second set of eyes to say, yes, that is the right way. So that's what happened yesterday. Is one of the things we did is we met up and I tried it again. She tried it. Maybe 5 or 6 times, and then we were like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. So this one right here, I'm doing it on 32 count weeks dye work, and I think it's linen, yeah, beige. So linen beige, 32 count, I'm doing 1/2. And again, I could have finished this last night, but I got home and I was just like, I'm gonna just relax and kind of hang out. So I did DMC floss. I converted everything over because they did use classic and 1 gentle art for the actual pattern. But this is what I have. And you can see the queen stitch. So I've done the entire top row here. I started on the bottom, and then I just need to carry it over again under the horse. And then the other thing that I need to finish is her last name, the year, and it will be officially complete. So I'm really loving it. Typically, I don't ever do a 32 count, but my mom gave me this fabric and I thought it would be perfect for this specific cross stitch pattern. So I hope you guys can see this full view. And what I decided to do on the pattern, instead of doing my initials, I did my grandbaby's initials. So my oldest grandbaby, Rome, his middle, well, it's Romulus Legend, but we call him Rome. So his first initial, middle name. And then we have our second granddaughter, or our first granddaughter is Corey Olivia. So KO. And then our sweet granddaughter who is in heaven, Zinnia Jewel. So I thought it would be really sweet to do their initials on the Mary Hill. So the next time I do a video, this one will be officially complete. So stay tuned for that, because I'm really trying to get back into the groove of things. All right. Another one that I've been working on within my, like, I'm trying to do like at least 5 days here, like 3 days here, again, trying to really get some things that I really love complete. So GGR is one of my probably favorite reproduction creators of cross-stitch patterns. So this one right here is Ida Dorotha Lambert 1806. And I've been working on this side of the pattern, and I'm slowly starting to go this way. And I did this on 36 count, and it's hand-dyed linen. And I did a DMC, I don't think it was in DMC, I'm pretty sure I converted it over. So here is the design. This is the end. I just need to do the border, carry it over. And what I've done since the last time I saw you guys is I did these motifs here, this one, and I started on the angel and the border for that. And I also filled in the flowers up there. I think I still need to do this flower, but I did do that flower fill in as well, all of those. But I feel like every motif is a win. So I'm really happy with what I've been able to accomplish on this design. All right. And I'm pretty sure I've shown this to you guys already, but like I still need to finish this one. But it will come in due time. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to fold these. Like after you have a video, it's so much cleanup of all the things that you're stitching on. So I just want to make sure I keep everything in order. Okay. Another one that I've been working on is the antique sampler reproduction, and then so many people are working on this one. It's simply stunning. When I saw it, I was like, I have to do this one. It's the Julia Rachel Delamere 1849. And you guys will be surprised, I'm actually doing this one on all of the called for. So I don't have a lot on this done, but that's the little bit that I have done. And I'm actually doing this again on all of the called for. So it's 40 count button box medium dark by Mason Linen, and then the floss within it is the Gentle Arts, Classic Colorworks, and Weeks Dye Work. And I'll kind of show you the color palette. And again, I know you guys have seen this, but I will show you if I can get them out. So just, you can see all these beautiful colors. There's lots and lots of color changing within the flowers, the border. I mean, I've color changed, I think, already 2 or 3 times. So, Julia Rachel Delamere. I plan on putting some more stitches into that because I want to, again, incorporate it into my work. Okay, let me show you the Dutch Beauty and I'm going to insert a photo of that one. I didn't bring it downstairs. That one is enormous. If you guys have ever worked on that, if you finished it, if you're stitching it, you know, it's a humongous, it's I think maybe over 20 something pages. So if we stay with 1 page a month, I mean, it will take us a very long time to finish it. So we might even change it to where it might be 2 pages a month. We will see. But I am doing this on 40 count Patriots Brew. It's DMC and 1/2. And we started on the bottom right corner. So bottom right corner is page 1, and then page 2 is to the left of it. So that's the page that I'm finishing on. I do still need to finish page 1. So on page 1, let me show you this way. This is all of page 1. This is page 2. Page 1, I redid everything. Probably the 3rd time is when I finally fixed it. I have no idea, but I kept making errors and errors over and over again. It was really, really frustrating. And my mom made a comment, just quit and work on something else. And I was like, no, I'm not giving up. So I still need to do the little inside of the yellow where those flowers are within the vase. And this rooster is wrong because I had messed up on a flower over here. So I need to take this out, redo the rooster. There's a little vase flower in the middle of that. So I need to add that. The lion has some dark brown within it. So I need to do that piece. And again, this all is page 2, which I'm almost done with page 2. So I need to do a flower here, fill in this flower and this flower. And I think there's a little motif here. So I need to finish that, and then I will be done with page 2. So again, it's August 14th, not August, oh my goodness, it's October 14th. So honestly, I could probably finish all of that. If I did it today, worst case tomorrow, and then I can move on to one of my other items that I've been sharing with you guys. So, but I think it's so, so beautiful. I saw someone finish this on the Facebook group that I'm in, Homespun, and I want to say they did theirs on a 56 count. Oh my goodness, it was stunning, stunning. But look at this huge, I mean, this is how big it's going to be. And I don't even think you can see it all in the frame, but I'm happy with my little start that I have and excited to really have a focal stitch, and my mom and I are doing it together, which is always super fun. So Dutch Beauty is there. Let me show you Clementine, because that's another animal cracker that I've been working on. And I'm doing this one on same fabric as I did Clovis. So excuse my trailing threads, but she's almost done. I just gotta do her filling, her shoes, her eyes, and her ear. And I did this over DMC conversion. 36 count Willow, Bee Stitch Me, 1/2, Clementine by Stacy Nash. And I love her. She's huge. If you look at her compared to Clovis, look how long she is. But I really enjoy these animal crackers. They're super cute. So you can see I need to fill in her eyes, her ear, her one arm, her full dress I need to fill in still, and then her shoes will be here, and then she'll be done. All right. Next one is, let's see. Let's show you, all right, Mary Griffith from GGR. It's a Welsh sampler, 1873. And I've seen many people work on this. I've only seen a couple that have actually finished it, but I'm very, very close to finishing it. And this is, again, one of my favorite fabrics is 36 count Weeks Dye Works parchment, 1/2 for all of my stitching. And what I've done is, since last time I saw you guys, is I did all of this. I finished the bird. I finished up here. I started on another bird. I did all of this over here. I started on the English version because I don't speak Welsh. I don't speak that language. I hope I'm saying that properly. If not, I apologize. So yeah, I mean, and I did it as a DMC conversion, but look at those, look at that bird. I mean, it's just so, so beautiful. I mean, the colors, there were so many color changing. Like, you really have to make sure you're paying attention to all of the things. But I'm really, really happy with her. I love her green hair, her little pot on top of her head. So Mary Griffith, another GGR pattern that I am working on. Again, she's one of my favorite designers. So yeah, so that's, again, so close to being done. And I know I can get her done. So, like, honestly, like, if I worked on her probably for 5 days straight, she might even be done this month. But we're halfway already through the month, so we'll see what happens. Last one that I'm going to share with you guys is a new start. And this is from Heartstrings. I will insert a photo here because I don't have the pattern with me. And it's Never Let Go. And I started on the bottom left because I wanted to work on this adorable cow. And he's so cute. I loved the little animals that they had within it. You see the farmer, pretty sure it's a farmer. So I started on this. I worked on it for a couple of days and then I stopped because I had to work on Dutch Beauty. But 1/2, 36 count. It's a mystery linen. I'm not sure of the exact name, but super, super cute. I saw one of my girlfriends, Anita, from Instagram. She is so close to being completed with this one. And I was like, I have to start working on that one. I'm really a sucker for anything that has animals in it. A lot of mine, if you can see, they have some type of animal, some type of creature in it. Okay, so that is all that I have to share. And I don't think I missed anything. If you've come to the very end of my video, thank you guys again so much for being here, for being patient with me as I kind of just go through life. Like, life can be hard sometimes. It has its ups and downs. I'm sure all of you have also had these different hiccups or a different roller coaster, whatever it may be. But thank you for always being here, again, for your kindness, your support, your love. If you like what you see, would appreciate you guys give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, if you want to give me a comment because you're liking what you're seeing, please do that. Again, all of that shows that you want to continue to see what I'm sharing within the YouTube channel. You can also follow me, on Instagram at nestofpetals.com. And I do share a lot of like my day-to-day, like what I'm doing. I share my home decor. I share my cross stitch, my works in progress while I'm doing the different patterns that I'm working on. So you're always more than welcome to come over there, give me a follow, and we can cheer each other on. But thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys mucho. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. All of the information that I shared, what I can share, will be in the description box today. I love you mucho. Happy stitching, and until next time. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.